Hi, and welcome to Sunday with Mike. Before we go any further, I wanted to pause and say thank you to all of our viewers that tune in each week to check out the show. If you're new to the show, we usually cover 4 topics per week. So you'll see all of the topics in the description, but not in the thumbnail. If that's all you see, that's usually just one of the topics. So be sure to check out the entire show to make sure you haven't missed anything. And also be sure to join our Sunday with Mike Facebook group for more information and further discussions about the show. The link is also in the description. Today, we're going to cover vehicle maintenance, backfilling your music from the 50s and 60s, why you should consider becoming an LLC, and getting ready for those back-to-school parties. So grab a cup of coffee and join me. I'll be right back. So I've got my coffee. I hope you have yours. You know, with the dog days of summer upon us and the heat really cranking up for this summer, you need to think about vehicle maintenance and make sure that you're checking the vital fluid levels and especially your tire pressure. This seems so simple that we really shouldn't need to be reminded to do it, but I can't tell you how many times I ask people, hey, when's the last time you checked your spare tire's air pressure? And I get this blank stare. None of what I'm suggesting is very hard to do, and in fact, in the old days, it used to be done by service stations back in the day. But these days, most of us just count on our dashboard to alert us to a problem. For the most part, this concept works really well for engine-related stuff like oil pressure, radiator temperature, and charging, etc. And later models even monitor the tire pressure for the ones that are on the ground. But what about that good old-fashioned spare tire that nobody thinks about? Do you know how to get to it? Do you have any special tools that you need to get it down? Where are those stored in your vehicle? Do you have a pair of gloves and something to lay down on in case you need to stab the jack in a certain place underneath the vehicle? This is all really simple stuff, but human nature says just roll with it, we'll be fine. But you know what? I'd rather see you prepared. I'll be right back.
DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool.
Recently, someone asked me privately, just how do you go about legally backfilling your library? They were specifically looking to gather more songs from the 50s and 60s, but the same would be true if you were looking for 80s and 90s or any other decade. There isn't an easy answer to this question, and the reason is because while my general advice would be to purchase all of the greatest hits CDs from the area, the decades that you're needing to fill with more songs, the legal world is a bit more complicated than this. All of the CDs that I have ever purchased has a disclaimer somewhere on it that says, quote, not for commercial use, end quote. But isn't that exactly what DJs are doing with music? We're using music in the course of our jobs to make money, so therefore that's commercial use. So buying the CDs is a great step, and you can play it to your heart's content for yourself as a person, but this isn't going to help you very much with your events. What's missing here is something called, quote, performance rights, end quote. When you buy into a legit subscription service, not only are you getting the music, but you're also getting the performance rights also. Check with your provider to make sure that it's included. It should be in writing somewhere on their website or in the agreement that you signed when you signed up for the subscription. The issue in this case was that nobody I knew of was offering any performance rights for songs from the 50s and 60s. After checking with some of the big music subscription services in the business, they didn't know anybody either. So in this particular case, the best that you could possibly do to be legal would be to purchase the real CDs, add those songs to your library, and then safely store the CDs away until you retire. Yep, retire. Remember, you have to have a purchased copy for each copy of a song on your hard drive. They call this the 1-to-1 rule. It means that after you rip all of your CDs, you can't get rid of them. You need them so that your hard drive versions are legal and legit. I hope that helps explain it. I'll be right back. So why should you consider becoming an LLC, and what exactly is that anyway? You know, most DJs start out as a small part-time business and therefore didn't form a real company. They just get their clients to make out the checks to their name instead of a company name because the company doesn't have a real checking account. So the next progression is to open up a real checking account and do it as what's called a DBA, and that means doing business as. It's a really easy thing to do, and it tells the bank that you are a person, but you're also doing business as XYZ DJ Services. This allows you to accept checks made into your company's name and deposit them directly into the company checking account. As you get larger, you'll want to consider spending some money and taking your company to the next level. This means to either incorporate, INC, Inc., or to become an LLC. LLC means Limited Liability Corporation. Think about that for just a moment. But why do you want to do this? Well, do you understand that as a DBA, doing business as, you can be sued personally if someone gets hurt or damaged by you or your equipment? Your personal money and your company money are all the same, and it's all exposed in a lawsuit. When you make your business into either an Inc. or an LLC, you put up a wall between your personal assets and your company assets. This could save your house, your vehicle, and many other expensive things that you've worked really hard for. The short version of this is that you never want to be sued for anything. So take some extra time to make sure that your setups are as idiot-proof as possible. Remove any trip hazards that you can, and make sure that all of your electrical cords are taped down and grounded somewhere. Live up to the terms of your agreement with your clients, as well as all of your verbal promises. Just remember that happy clients generally are not the ones that take you to court. I need some more coffee. I'll be right back. As everyone gets ready for back-to-school events, I'd like for you to take a little time to think about your own gear and what equipment you might need to spend some time either cleaning, checking, or repairing. Back-to-school time can be busy time for many DJs, and getting a head start is just smart. Make sure that you're up to date with your music charts and that you have the squeaky clean versions of the latest and greatest songs. Games are always popular with the younger school crowd. If you need some inspiration for popular games that work, be sure to join a couple of Facebook pages. One of them is called Breakfast with the Game Master, and the other one is called Kids and Family Events DJ Forum. We have both of those up on the screen for you. These groups are great for anyone wanting to learn some fun and friendly games to play. So that's going to be my show for today. I'll be back next week with all new topics to help you and your business. Be sure to give me your thoughts down in the comments section today about anything that you saw on the show, and be sure to give us a thumbs up if we've taught you anything new at all. In the description column is the link to join the Sunday with Mike Facebook group for all the latest updates and lots of discussion about the shows. The link is again in the description. So until next Sunday, be safe and thanks for watching.